Given our country's current political climate, it comes as no surprise that I can clearly recall a listless, misty gray November Remembrance Day and the 12th grade assembly in which I chose to stay seated. Because I disagreed with the edict that stated that those who rose agreed with the purpose, method, and end result of all Canadian conflicts from the earliest formations of our great nation until that day in late '95. And now, I know and respect that all kinds of lives fell behind enemy lines so I could exercise my right to stay seated in defiance of our oftentimes tiny-minded British nation-state that until 1984 completely ignored its Aboriginal population citizenship, with the exception, of course, of the duration of both world wars, during which it forced any Aboriginal wishing to fight to resign his status as an Indian, rendering him unable to return to his reserve upon completion of service. Armed with this knowledge, I'm sure you can imagine how nervous my great-uncle Magnus Henry was in the fall of 1946 as he approached not only the border of his northern BC reserve, but also two armed and mounted RCMP officers waiting with the local Indian agent, who calmly stated that while the Commonwealth thanked him for his dedication, he was no longer a member of the Haisla Nation and hence had no home on this reservation. Now, I'm not negating immigration, but my people have a sacred and ancient tie to this proud land, and now this proud man was being told that he had severed that rope when he rose and chose to become a Canadian. I doubt I have to elaborate on the irony implicit in this situation, but the fact of the matter is that from preschool through to the year of my graduation, I either ignorantly or complacently played along, ignoring the wrongdoings and countless crimes that life itself sometimes committed. Luckily, in the fall of 1946, my grandfather and his other brothers didn't. They too were waiting for Uncle Mac to come back to Kitimat bearing stories of war and glory, and that autumn morning from among our sacred cedars they emerged, armed to the teeth, and proceeded to purge that agent and officers of their clothing, weapons, and pride. Sent all three men riding back to town, bare-ass naked, but alive, which is more than words done for far too many of Canada's daughters and sons. As I was writing this poem, the 81st Canadian soldier died in Afghanistan. This man's name was Sergeant Jason Boyes. 32 years old, he was killed while on foot patrol in the Panjwai district of southern Kandahar province. Hailing from Napanee, Ontario, while I never knew the man, I imagine the passing of his life is mourned most by his wife Alison and young daughter Mackenzie. Light-hearted, quick to smile and friendly, Jason got caught in the frenzy of life and paid a price that far too many men with far more revolutionary eyes try and write an IOU for. This new form of war has left us constantly battling with ourselves, whereas once upon a time it was easy to tell good from evil because they ran in parallels. These days they run in packs, dashing forward, leaping back. Who's keeping track? Who's wrong? Who's right? It's all inconsequential next to the long arm of might. But right now, as I sit here, I can't help but be proud of my country as a whole, and the countless thousands that we've allowed to come here, searching for hope. And the countless thousands that came here, hoping against hope, and found a damn close to just society that was gift-wrapped by men like Jason Boyes and my great-uncle Mac. And looking back, I realized that to stand in silent pride is to honor the brave that paved the way to today with their very lives. So now, with my right hand over my heart and proud, wide-open eyes, I rise.